Fix Me Friday, episode 7, but I have to go do a run first and then we'll get into it. Sick. Oh, 8k run, 5:0 fucking something pace, heart rate at the rate of a crocodile. I'm gonna get to work, the vibes are too high and I lost track of time. I'll see you guys soon. Man, I'm absolutely frazzled today. 4 AM wake up to package some packages before driving to where I'm working today and then doing a run and then getting in the car super late, but we're getting this video done. But if you're new to this absolute legendary run that has been daily videos for the last 63 days, I think it is, on Fridays we talk about your injuries. So if you have any injuries and you'd like me to actually discuss them in a video and give you some tips from a physiotherapy point of view, let me know in the comments below. Today, we're going to do a couple of updates first. Also, if you want an elite running hat that is guaranteed to make you fast as frick, okay, go to my website, check this out. Welcome 10 at checkout will get you 10% off, okay? That's as much as a Morton gel or something else that costs, 10%. Okay, so update number 1. This was from an injury a couple of weeks ago. He had medial thigh pain with some groin issues, with some VMO issues, which is like inner quad here, and some abdominal pain. And it seems like the Copenhagens that he's been doing, building that strength back up, has been getting better. What we have to do to continue this moving forward, okay, if you're getting this groin pain, is to start to add in different angles in which you're doing the Copenhagen. So rather than doing them directly on the side, start to change the hip position, add a little bit of rotation, just so that you're really strengthening up that adductor hip flexor system globally. It's going to really help to continue pushing this forward, okay? 0.5 out of 10 pain for runs. If it goes to a 1 or a 2 out of 10, cut it back, okay? Do not flare this up. You're doing really, really well. Good job. The same guy has left another update to say that the VMO really hurts on tempo runs. Hurts like a bitch under the foam roller, but otherwise not too troublesome. A little nervous about the long run tomorrow, but we'll see how it goes. We'll update if it needs a Friday fix after that. Hopefully not, brother. Like I said, 0.5 out of 10 for all runs. If it goes up to a 1 or a 2, you got to drop it there. You got to do something different. Might need deload, but generally speaking, it sounds like you're on top of it. The VMO hurts under the foam roller, whether it's injured or not. It's the most sensitive little spot right there. It will guarantee to make any manly man scream. If you throw a foam roller or a cricket ball on that VMO, it's going to make it feel absolutely horrid. Also, get around the grapes. I'm convinced that grapes provide as much percentage improvement in performance as Welcome 10 provides in a discount at checkout on my website. I'm convinced it's at least 10%. We're going to go out here. Okay, next question. Any advice on a sore hamstring I've been powering through? Sore hamstrings after runs. Pretty tricky to get on top of, The way that I think about soreness and muscle strains and muscle tears is that they're all on a spectrum, okay? Having some soreness means that there's been some micro damage in the actual muscle, which is good. It means that you're going to actually adapt. The muscles are going to get stronger. Everything's going to be better. But you can push that further down the spectrum and start to produce lots of significant soreness, maybe more significant tears or multiple tears in that muscle. Or, you can actually create a tear that causes significant bleeding, which would come up as a muscle strain or tear in most kind of, investigations. And so if they're all the same thing, then it means that they can all be fixed by the same kinds of things. If you've got a lot of significant soreness in the hamstrings after a run or something like that, it's likely that you're causing enough damage so that the soreness is significant enough that it's telling your brain, hey, there's something going on here. So there might be an element of deload that you need to undergo, whether that's, a couple of days in a row doing some cross training, whether it's just continuing with some easy runs until these legs start to freshen up, whether it's improving the range of motion, or it's improving the overall strength. What the hell kind of plane is that? Jesus. Anyways, what we need to do is to get this muscle stronger so that it can be more resilient over time. Getting stronger is the key. You need to get stronger, do some weights, do some exercise, okay? What you can actually do is some single leg deadlifts with a weight. I don't have a weight with me right now, but you would hold the weight here and you can go down, you can do single leg weights while you're cooking your pasta or rice or whatever the hell you eat these days. Ugh, that seems to be all that I eat, rice and pasta. But, if you're getting sore with your training, you're probably doing the right things, just maybe the slightly wrong dosage. You're not quite recovering enough from one session to another, this recurrent soreness it's building up. But I believe in you. All you have to do is just deload a little bit, let them freshen up, let these muscle tears repair, get on the strength training, prioritize strength training for a month, and I guarantee that you're going to start running faster because your body is going to be stronger and you're not going to be pushing into this soreness, muscle, breakdown all the time just from running. You're going to be stronger. It's going to be amazing. Oh yeah, that is a good stretch. Now, in terms of my own injuries at the moment, my hip has been feeling absolutely epic, feeling fantastic on the bike, feeling fit. The heart rate's starting to get way lower on runs and also on the bike. My Achilles flared up last week after I went on some fucking hike, but it's been feeling better and better and better every day. I had zero pain in my run this morning, so we're all looking good. But that's the nature of running and stuff. Things are just going to come up and you got to be smart about it, fix them as quickly as possible, and then move on to the next little niggle and injury that you eventually get. I'm going to have to go back to work now. So, another couple of injuries at lunchtime. See ya. Can we have some rain, please? Far out. Oh. So, 8 hours later, what is it, 6:06? I didn't even have lunch. I just ate grapes, so yeah. Well, so how cool is this? My partner built it. It's pretty cool. Okay, next injury. I'm currently having arch pain constantly at the start of my runs, but it gets progressively better throughout the run. What can I do to strengthen the arch and prevent this pain from constantly coming back? Arch pain. Super annoying. Now, it is the best sign for having a little niggle when it only is sore at the very start, when it's a bit stiff, and then as the blood flow kind of pushes through, it starts to back off. What we have to be careful of with stuff like this is that it doesn't have this kind of characteristic where it hurts at the start, it goes away a little bit, and then it starts to come back in, and then you stop your run because you can't run anymore because it fucking hurts. That is a really good sign that it's only hurting at the start and then it's relaxing over time. It means it's probably tendinousy, connective stuff related to plyometric ability. Okay, what we have to do is start to build this plantar fascia and Achilles system up so that they both work together to create this bouncing effect of running. So the first thing that I would start to do is find yourself a step to step on and bring your foot all the way back, barefoot, keep in mind, and you're going to get some weight and you're going to drop all the way down under the step and then go all the way up. Full range of motion, all the way down, all the way up, just to start to build that calf strength up. If you can start to build the calf strength up, then that's going to take a lot more load, which means that maybe it's going to take a little bit more tension off your plantar fascia. Another thing you can look at is the footwear that you're wearing, not just during the day, but also whilst you're actually running itself. Sometimes some footwear can impact people's plantar fascia, especially if they have a big rocker on the front. And so your toe tends to be in a bit more extension like this, just passively, and that can tension this plantar fascia in a really awkward way. That can be something that can cause some issues, but generally speaking, we have to get you better at controlling movement, okay? So if we have static strength over here and plyometric ability over here, hold on. There we go. Static, plyometric, okay? We want to start with some really slow, really slow, sustained contractions like the calf raises, and then work our way up through this until we're getting to the plyometric stuff. Now, running is already a plyometric, and if that is flaring up this plantar fascia, it's probably likely that we need to deload. I know this is like my catchphrase now. Deload, deload. We have to deload and get this tissue strength to start to build back up. So calf raises is number one. Now, if you're already doing a heap of calf raises and you just think that's not gonna fucking help, trust me, it's gonna help. But here's a couple of other things to try out to see if you can strictly strengthen the plantar fascia. That's the arch of the foot, okay? Okay, so we're gonna come into a single leg, okay? We're going to bring this arch up, so that's down. This is up, okay? So bring this arch up. So we're standing on one leg, we're lifting the arch, and notice how these two bones, they come closer together, okay? So we're gonna bring them closer together, okay? Keep the toes planted, and then we're gonna stand on one leg and hold that position. Now, once you're able to hold that position, you should start to feel after 30 seconds or so that you're working quite hard to maintain this foot arch, okay? We don't want it to go like this. We want it to pull it up and hold it there, okay? Then we're gonna do a single leg squat, maintaining this arch. And then we're gonna go out to the side and in front, and probably about now, if you're doing it right, your foot arch is gonna start to burn like hell. Those would be the two exercises that I would do. I would do this one every day, and I would progress it to the point where you can do it with your eyes closed, okay? Get that stability in the ankle pretty good. And the calf raises, okay? We want to get to the point where we can do single leg calf raises off a step with weight like it feels like absolutely nothing, okay? These two systems, the calf and the foot, work together to bounce ourselves down the road. So we have to get better at taking tension through those systems, and eventually that should translate into being more bouncy. There you go. Now, there was a question about shin splints and massive amounts of swelling in the shins last week, but we're talking via email. Maybe I'll update that next week. And there was another one about runner's knee, which I think might take a whole episode itself just on its own. So maybe we'll do that next week too. But any ideas or injuries in the comments below, or even if you're just curious about certain injury related stuff, just post whatever in the comments. I don't really care. Do anything that you want, okay? But mostly just injuries, please. All right, see you guys tomorrow. Do you have any injuries today? Do you? Do you have any injuries? Or do you just want dinner? Huh? Come on then. Let's go get dinner. Come on. Come on, you lazy cat. Let's go.